Welcome to Independent Voice, where we're transforming journalism with real talk. Here's our weekly news roundup. Blue Origin is launching an all-female crew into space later this month, the first of this kind since the 1960s. Several prominent women scientists and women in STEM advocates will helm the mission. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, by the way, along with pop culture figures Gayle King, Katy Perry, and more. The U.S. economy is in flux as new tariffs are rolled out. We need to do more research on who this hurts the most. Will it be buyers of luxury European goods? That seems like a good group to ask to pay more. Will it be the source of our avocados and other produce? Could U.S. sources begin manufacturing to fill the need? Is the younger generation and able-bodied Americans ready to work in factories and in the farming fields? The Christian Science Monitor reports on the tariffs from a few different angles, including a historical perspective. A lot of the current administration's playbook comes from the Reagan years, from econ to education. It does seem like China is getting hit with the brunt of the tariffs at about 50%, with Russia feeling the pain the least, so to speak, since sanctions are already in place there. U.S. News and World Report and other sources share the story of international journalists who have lost funding for their work on reporting the atrocities in their home countries. For example, in Cambodia, the government there has silenced most of the nation's independent media. And now recent cutbacks in U.S. government funding threaten to curtail the ability to report freely even more. As I continue to edit my splintered social media article, which you can find on my personal blog, it's astounding how tech is now separating us when in the past it has brought us together. Bridging communities and worlds has always been a main mission of technology, along with making the world a better place. Will there ever be a technology tool that allows everybody from all walks of life to speak freely in one place? Mass protests across the U.S. this weekend showed broad resistance to the Trump administration. These protests were peaceful gatherings of thousands. Recent studies showed that less than a third of single women are looking for a boyfriend, while more than half of single men want a girlfriend. It seems a great reckoning is taking place where people are happier not being held back by inferiority complexes and partner abuse. And as society becomes more supportive of high-earning women having children by themselves, and we know we can build a village, men will need to evolve if they want to have it all. Some great advice is to find work in a growing area such as artificial intelligence. One investor, Kate McAndrew, has the following words of advice on LinkedIn, and that is to make sure we're applying new technology in places users need it, love it, share it, and can't live without it. You have to answer and demonstrate, who's it for? Are you solving a real problem for a community? What costs are involved in switching? And is there a true technological advantage because technology is not enough? Shout out to all the amazing reporting from these vetted, verified, and fact-checked sources of news reporting. Still, as far as we can see, the websites and online presence of traditional news outlets are still mostly the only sources for any real substantiated reporting of news. We're here for giving an independent voice to all through uncensored, decentralized media, however, so be sure to send any new news orgs who fact check in a bibliography our way. Thank you for watching. Ciao!